Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 183 of The Sound in our rotating Russian roulette of who's hosting tonight. It is myself, Kevin Harris, and
Myself, Matt James.
all right, Jared is busy. Last time I checked, he was at a Diddy party, so he's a little tied up and slicked up. So he won't be here tonight. And Lisa is recovering from another ghost show
Dude,
yesterday, and she's on her way home.
dude, she saw Ghost play Madison Square Garden.
And what was funny was the night before, or was it the night after? No, it wasn't. It was last night, right? Or the night
Yeah,
before?
yeah, show was last night.
The night before was Shinedown.
Yeah.
So you had Shinedown at Madison Square Garden, followed by Ghost. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. What the fuck? It's crazy.
How
isn't it?
exciting
Yeah,
is that?
she's traveling home tonight, so she's not on with us.
So, real quick, we'll do it. You get to go first. What have you been listening to?
What have I been listening? Predominantly, I've been listening to the station because I've been doing my homework to make sure that we're playing the best of what we can, and it's sounding sick as fuck right now. So if you've not got the app yet, download the app and listen to it. There's some killer bands on there for discovery and shit. And it actually sent me down the rabbit hole of, because I listen to, a lot of music on here, and sometimes I don't get time to deep dive a band that I find. And it's given me a few bands to jot down that I need to go and fucking deep dive very, very soon.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So recently, so it was in my Fave 5 a couple of weeks ago. They dropped a video. It's a band called Disaster Theory, and the song is called "Fuck Me." And don't go dirty with the title song. Don't go dirty with it. I already know what
I was going to say, Kevin, I'd rather not.
But, going on this. But the song's called "Fuck Me," and it is such a good song, and it's one of those. And I think everybody that we play in every band that we work with and all of that, I think they all deserve to be on FM radio. And I think all these bands deserve to be heard. But I will tell you this fucking song, they put out a radio edit, and I hope there are some stations outside of us that pay attention to this song. They've only got 10,000 followers on Facebook. If you're looking for a new band, they've only, I want to say I counted while I was driving. So I think they've only got 9 songs.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking good. I mean, so good. And when they released it, they released the real version, an acoustic version, and a radio edit version, and it's fantastic. So go check them out. Disaster Theory.
I love it. And that's the reason why we do what we do, is for bands like that to give them the platform.
Right.
Now, but let's hope that, because we're adding it.
If you're watching the show, put yourselves in the comments so we know who you are, so we can see you. Say hi.
Come and say hello. Don't be shy.
And we've got our guest that'll be joining us. Werewolves out of West Palm Beach, Florida. They're going to be joining us. Hopefully, I mean, they know all about it. They messaged us. I gave them the link, so I haven't heard from them since. So hopefully they'll join us around 8:00. We've got the grudge match where, what's that?
I said, if not, we'll just talk bollocks.
There you go. We have the grudge match where Dark Remedy is going for the Hall of Fame, and they will be taking on Wolves at the Gate with their video Death Clock. And with that video, I will go ahead and preface it right now. With that video is 10.5 minutes long. You're only going to see 4 minutes of it.
Yeah, no, 10.5 minute video.
They did it as a theatrical type video. So the first 6 minutes of it's like a movie, and then it goes into the song. So we'll be playing the song about 6 minutes into the actual video, and then we'll play the song. But outside of that, we had a wonderful, wonderful weekend at the D'Iberville Community Center with 12 Stones, with Envision, with Counterfeit, them guys, Transient, The Big Reveal. Such a good band, The Big Reveal. So young. They're, so musically talented soon as they tighten up that live show and realize what they have,
Yeah.
it's gonna be really, really freaking good.
Nice. I like it.
And
So you managed to get to the show after, because last time we had a podcast, you were in the hospital.
I was in the
So
hospital.
how are you? How are you after all that ordeal?
So for anybody that wants to know, of course, I'm a diabetic, and I had some bad things going on with my foot, and my foot got infected, had to have surgery. Everything's fine. My feet are almost ready for OnlyFans. So we'll have my feet on OnlyFans here probably in a couple of weeks, as soon as I get done with the IVs and all of that. But I feel good. Today's my tomorrow will be my first day off since I got out of the hospital, because I've been going since. So it'll be nice to rest. I got some doctor's appointments tomorrow and stuff, some follow-ups, but doing better and walking a little bit better. So it was nice that they did the surgery and then they didn't put my ass in a boot or anything like that. So they said, just get some wide shoes and go have fun.
Just get yourself better. And how was the show Saturday then?
I will run it down this way. I already talked about the big reveal. Transient. So early on in the year, Transient lost Emmett, their guitarist.
Yep.
So I'm in there setting up Saturday morning, and somebody tapped me on the shoulder. I turned around, and it was Emmett. And Emmett came and played with them the other night. So that was fun to see. Transient brings it all the time. Really good with they got new pieces as part of the band.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. Them guys, man, they brought it. Not only did they help us with the lighting situation on the stage, they brought in their own lights and hooked us up. So that was fucking great.
Nice.
They debuted not debuted their song. They played their new song. It came out that day. So they played that and put on one hell of a show. Envision, Unpredictable, Alex Carr, Bobby surfed all over the damn venue.
I saw an image of him crowd surfing the entire length of the venue that you ticked off his bucket list. Love it. It's a great feeling, dude.
And then Counterfeit. I'm gonna tell you what. So I know each member of Counterfeit individually. And they're kind of like a Gulf Coast super group.
Yeah.
Put together. They put on one hell of a show. Now, they only did 40 minutes. They do a 2-hour set of Limp Bizkit. So they did 40 minutes of Limp Bizkit. So think of Limp Bizkit's biggest freaking hits.
The greatest hits, and it was
back to back on with musicians that can actually play it. And a singer that knows every word, and you could hear the inflection in his voice to be just like Fred Durst talks and things like that. So it was really, 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 really freaking good.
Yeah, awesome.
And then there was 12 Stones, and I've got a little video you can see of 12 Stones here. The video is not that great because I wasn't paying attention. I was just shooting video. Sounds good, but here you go. Here's a little bit of 12 Stones from Saturday night. So there's a little bit of 12 Stones. That's my favorite 12 Stone song. Is the reason why I got recorded, Adrenaline, because it talks about a live.
I know memories were made that night because you sent a little video clip to our chat, and they brought all the kids up on stage, didn't they?
They did.
And jumping up and down and stuff. And I thought to myself, you know what? Those kids are never going to forget that.
No, they aren't. I don't know if I can pull it up. I got a picture today that here it is. Let me see if it'll but this was Paul, and he had a lot of family there. But this is him and his niece on the stage,
Oh, hell
just
yeah.
having a blast. I can't imagine a better picture than that right there. She is enjoying the hell out of herself on that stage.
Yeah.
So if you're in Texas, and I know we have viewers in Texas, so if you're in Texas, they are in Texas all this weekend. So I think they're playing San Antonio, Austin at Come and Take It, and then I think they're playing Dallas, or it's Houston, Austin, and Dallas, something like that. But
Yeah.
I know
Well,
for sure they're
somewhere.
going to be in Austin at Come and Take It. So if you're in the Texas market this weekend, definitely go check out 12 Stones. I'm
Yeah,
hoping
check out our
to,
socials and check where they're going to be.
and I'm hoping to see him again at Louder Than Life. So
Awesome.
yep. So anyways, I think we're caught up. Oh,
We
you know
are.
what? Not quite, because now that 12 Stones is over with, next
yeah.
up is
Oh, yes.
every 11 minutes, someone in the U.S. dies by suicide. It's the second leading cause of death for people aged 10 to 34. It's time to make some noise for a reason. Rock for a Reason, a powerful night of music and purpose presented by the Sound 228 in the Sanctuary in Biloxi. Saturday, September 13th, join us as we raise awareness and funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and Mission 22, featuring a crushing lineup with Kingdom Collapse, Dark Remedy, Why Don't You Let Me Go, Envision, Paper Cut Massacre, Brendan Starr, and Raven's Banquet. 18 and up to enter. Doors open at 5. Music starts at 6. Advance tickets just $25. Grab yours now at thesound228.com. Proudly sponsored by Wake Up Music, J Eagle Audio, and Spade Images. In partnership with the Asylum Radio Network and the Rage Radio. This isn't just a concert. It's a movement. Be there. Stand up. Rock for a reason. So we got that coming up September 13th. Sanity's Last Breath has been added to the show, so they'll be playing. And then as we open the doors, a good friend of ours, Thomas McCormick, will be doing an acoustic set.
Yep.
As people are getting ready for the show and things like that. So it's going to be a great day of music.
Yeah,
and
it's a killer lineup.
Yeah, it's a killer lineup.
And we keep putting on these killer lineup shows. Go and buy those tickets. Come out to the show if you're in that area, or fly down to one of these shows, because we're going to keep putting them on. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm going to go a little further than you.
Oh, you got, yeah. I was. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to fucking.
I can't go anywhere other than the date. Save the date, October 10th. October 10th. Write it down. Screenshot this now.
Trust me. If you're a 228 fan and you love what we fucking play, you want to fucking go to this show. I am telling you now.
I'm gonna throw 2 dates out at you. So September 13th at the Sanctuary, October 10th at the Sanctuary. Then November 8th, we're back at the community center in D'Iberville, and I'm in the talks right now of securing our headliner for that one, and nobody is going to be disappointed. So,
and we'll just keep putting them on and putting them on and putting them on. But our goal is to do another Rock in the Sound. That is the plan eventually.
Yes.
That is the plan.
Eventually get back there. You know, Jared and I talked about that this weekend. I was like, if we do another one, I'm not calling it Rock in the Sound.
No.
He's like,
but we want to
he's like, why?
A bigger one.
I said,
but
just,
to do a bigger festival, we need you.
He's like, no,
you to turn up to these smaller shows.
And he's all about reusing Rock in the Sound. So we're gonna do it. At some point, it's gonna happen again.
Yeah. So. And come out to these shows, support these shows, support us, and we can make that happen. And it will be a killer lineup.
That it will. So, all right, let's roll into the grudge match tonight.
Yes, we have
Go ahead.
We have a grudge match to get into.
Yep.
It's Dark Remedy going for the Hall of Fame on this one, aren't they?
Dark Remedy's going for the Hall of Fame. They're going up against Wolves at the Gate. It's called Death Clock. We're going to roll in, and if you guys see me wrap myself up in a blanket tonight, just ignore it. All right? One of the things I'm on is blood thinners, and it's not doing my body very well. So here is the grudge match. We're going to kick it off with Wolves at the Gate. You'll put in the comments video number 1 or video number 2 at the start of video number 2. But here we go.
You said flee. I have nothing left. Take me. Show me the way.
Banger.
Yes. How the fuck did we change?
I don't know.
Anyways, yeah,
Question.
no, and like I said a few minutes ago, that was 4 minutes of the 10-minute video. So definitely, if you want to see the full video, it's a theatrical video. First 6 minutes is acting and telling the story, and then they roll into the back half of that with the song. Great tune. That was video number 1 on the grudge match. Video number 2 is our returning champion, Dark Remedy, and their song In the Wind. Dark Remedy, of course, playing September 13th at the Suicide Prevention Show, and they're going for the Hall of Fame. You can now start making your votes. Put them in the comments, video number 1 or video number 2. Here is Dark Remedy, In the Wind, and you're watching the sound.
Like you and me together equal numb. I can't escape the feeling I should run. I'm taking back the seconds, everyone. I still hear you in my head, wanting more, there's nothing left. I'm falling into pieces, drowning in the deep end. Now you wanna see it, feeling that I can't control. It feels like I'm never put back together. All the pieces that you broke, you left me shattered, hopeless and scattered. In the wind, in the wind. I miss your voice, and even though you're gone, you took a part of me when you moved on. It doesn't feel like we were really done, so I can hold on to it if I want. I still see you in my thoughts, even though we're worlds apart. You've always been my weakness, fighting all these feelings. Why can't you just see it? It feels like I'm never put back together. All the pieces that you broke, you left me shattered, hopeless and scattered. In the wind, in the wind. In the wind, in the wind. I'm sick and tired of losing things that I wanted. I wasn't perfect, but at least I'm being honest. The winds of change keep blowing away. Don't know what's left to say, 'cause we're too far gone. Feels like I'm never put back together. All the pieces that you broke, you left me shattered, hopeless and scattered. In the wind, in the wind. In the wind, in the wind. You left me shattered, hopeless and scattered. You left me shattered, hopeless and scattered. In the wind, in the wind.
I knew it. I knew as soon as I muted it, I'd forget to turn it
Yeah,
back
you
on.
forgot again, didn't you?
So why do you
Because
make it
he's
so difficult?
because he's an
That's
asshole.
That's my fucking job. Is to make it
Kevin,
difficult.
Kevin is an asshole. End of.
Yeah. So video number 1 or video number 2 in the comments, and we will let you know how it goes at the end of the night, and if Dark Remedy has made it into the Hall of Fame, or if Wolves at the Gate.
It's a difficult
So-
one. It is a difficult one.
It is. It's
Have I added that Wolves at the Gate yet?
Yeah. We're playing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, good.
Yeah,
I was like,
we're all
I'm
over
pretty sure I fucking have, but if we weren't, it was getting added.
So
And I just want to say to, I saw her that she's Wanda. Say hi to the boys in the failsafe for us. Safe
Oh,
travels.
Yep. So we've got Werewolves. We've got AJ sitting in the back. We are going to bring him on, and we are going to chat about a band that I don't even remember where I saw it.
You
But I put 'em
discovered
in my
them, didn't
fave
you?
5, and I immediately went and bought the shirt. So,
Yeah, you discovered them.
well, I didn't discover. Well, for us, I discovered them.
Yeah, you discovered them for us. Yeah.
AJ, how are you?
What's going on, dude?
Just hanging out. I'm actually with my best bud Chris, and we're making some content right now for our next.
What up? Nice.
How are you, fellas?
I'm doing good. And I normally don't do this, but you were on the show tonight, so I'm like, I'm going to wear my werewolf shirt.
I actually just turned to Chris and I was like, "Hey, he's wearing our shirt. That means our band. That's cool."
Yeah. So let's start from the beginning here, because I've done a little bit of research on you guys, but I always try to leave a lot of it out so I can learn from you guys yourselves instead of trying to read things on the internet. And half the time I'm wrong when I say something anyways, when I read it on the internet.
Me on the show, you won't actually learn anything.
Yeah. So
No.
tell us about Werewolves, where you guys are based out of, how you guys met, where the name come from, all the stupid
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into the rest of it.
Okay.
Let's go deep.
Originally, we were based in West Palm, so we kind of still claim West Palm. But whenever someone asks me like where Werewolves is from, I'm always like, we're a South Florida band. You know, our bass player lives all the way down in Kendall. Our drummer lives in West Palm. I'm in Boynton. Our 2 guitar players are in Fort Lauderdale. So we're like pretty much all of South Florida at this point. So I think going forward, we're just going to claim that. We all met like about 4 years ago. I've been doing this as a project for about 8 years, and this is a newer lineup. So Werewolves has been around, like this incarnation has been around for about 4, almost 5 of the 8. It's one of those things when you're playing around with people, you never know who's going to be a good fit and who's not. So we've had to have several little changes over the years. But this group has been working. Like, these guys are my best friends, and we have a really good time. As far as the name comes along, I feel like was there a question in between?
Yeah, but we'll just roll. Yeah, I mean, you can go into
Just
that.
roll with it, man. Just spill it all. Spill it all.
So the name comes from my love of like 3 things. So growing up when I was a little kid, I loved 2 movies because they were polar opposites of each other, and my parents were so gracious to show me them when I was a kid. And one of them is Teen Wolf.
Yep.
With Michael J. Fox, which is a classic. I've always wanted to surf on top of a van listening to Surfing USA by the Beach Boys. Someday I may actually get to do that, but haven't had the pleasure yet.
Music video idea.
Music video idea for sure. For sure. One of these days when we have the budget to do something that chaotic, which requires insurance,
Right.
we'll pull that off. And then the other movie was, when I was a little kid, I would always like gravitate toward the horror movie section. And, my grandma told my parents that I was always like trying to rent horror movies, and she wasn't sure if she should. So my parents brought me down to the basement in our house, which we had like a fully furnished basement out in New Jersey. And they threw on a copy of An American Werewolf in London.
Heck yeah.
And I saw that at 5, and it terrified me beyond belief. So just that juxtaposition of having like the party animal, werewolf that you want to like hang out with and be like, and then you have the monster of your like nightmares. So that name has always just kind of resonated with me. Like I always wanted to have like a play on words, and I wanted something that was like kind of almost leaned into my love of comic books as well.
Okay.
So it gets that like kind of like the X-Men, it's like a team name, weird, right. So all those things together kind of is where the name comes from.
Well, that's awesome.
I like it.
You're telling us that you're shooting content for the next single. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it drops literally on Friday, so we're like squeezing it in right now.
Oh wow, okay. Well, it'll pop up in my my release radar on Friday. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I'm literally like he's sitting here right now, just editing it away. Say hi, Chris.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey. So what you're saying there, Kevin, is it'll pop up in your release radar, and then it might slightly get its way into new ads. Is that what you're saying?
It more than likely will be on the station. More than likely.
I'll tell you now, it's being added this weekend.
So one thing, we were talking content, and I saw one, and it just made me laugh, and it was good to see somebody have the love of this band that I love. But I'm going to show it real quick. You don't get to see it in the full 16:9 aspect, but you get the point of the Vans Warped Tour that you guys did the Good Charlotte with.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my all-time favorite songs, the anthem. I love that song.
Chris
I
made
love
that.
it.
Hi, Chris. Chris
Great
made that.
job.
Yeah.
I forgot where I don't know if I was on TikTok or on YouTube Shorts or wherever it was at, but I saw it and I was like, that's good. So
it's on all three of those. So odds are you saw them on
One of, yeah.
probably. So when you guys are, since you're there with Chris, when you guys are doing content, where's the brains come from and the thoughts come from to create this content?
Chris, would you say that there's brains involved?
No.
whatever silly idea pops into one of our
Yeah.
heads,
Yeah.
and we'll just bounce them back and forth. And like we just made stuff sitting on my bedroom floor. So
Yeah. Well, it's a content game now, isn't it? Your content's got to be on point, and that sort of content is fucking top tier level.
I mean, it's one of those things like, yes, it does need to be on. Like everybody needs to do content, like for sure. Like if you want to get discovered, like and stay active in people's minds, you constantly have to do content. Like Chris and I meet up every month to shoot like, I don't know, Chris, how many videos do you say we do a month?
Every 2 weeks, and it's
every 2 weeks we try to pump out like 10
5 to 10
videos every time we meet up. And then also like Chris comes to all the shows and stuff like that, so we're making content at the shows, and it's one of those things you want to just keep constantly popping up on people's radar and like shoving your songs down people's throat, because everybody's got like attention spans that are nanoseconds.
Yeah, and it's also down to like having that content. You've also got to put it out and market it properly so that it gets seen.
But that also doesn't mean that you can't have fun with it. And I think one of the reasons that I started to fall in love with content is like, aside from having to do, your cliche like lip syncing kind of thing in like a cool like setting, it really gives you a chance to like talk to your friends and go like, hey, what's something that we can do that's hilarious? Like we have this idea that we're gonna go shoot on Monday, and I found like this old like church down there. We have the song dropping. It's called Scrapbook, and so I'm trying to think of things that kind of fit in that theme.
Yeah,
and so I thought it'd be really funny to like part over the blonde parts of my hair and then do the Nickelback look at this
Right?
yeah.
As soon as
that's what
that's the first thing that popped in my head was Photograph.
Look at this photograph. Like,
but that's the stuff that people like since COVID happened and shit. Like people just want fucking dumb shit in their life now.
and the funny thing is with like something like that, you don't even have to like lip sync to the song. You could just do the little thing, and then it's just the song playing over you laughing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's not even, now I'm going to say this to anybody in the chat that's listening. I'm not making fun of Nickelback. I have always been pro Nickelback.
I love Nickelback, man.
I fucking love Nickelback.
Yes, I'm right there, and I have everybody that watches our show will back me up on that one.
Yeah.
So
I never got the hate. Like, why do you hate? Why would you ever hate on great songwriting?
Right.
because they weren't the ones doing it.
That's true. Yes, Chris brings up another
Jealousy.
on Guy Fieri. That guy just wants to show, or excuse me, it's Guy Fieri.
Yep.
I learned that the other day from listening to a podcast. Why would anybody hate on that guy? He's just trying to show you cool places to eat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He does a lot for charity too. Like, why would you make fun of that guy?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. There's just so much hate. People just hate to be hating, don't they? To be honest, it's just part of their daily life because they're absolute fucking twats. Basically, is what it is.
It's kind of like I've been using like a new measuring stick for like people, and it's kind of like if you don't like the new Superman movie, I don't like you. It's kind of where I'm at.
So I will tell you this. I haven't gone to the theater to see it, but everybody always asks, for some reason they ask my opinion when I go to a Marvel movie or a DC movie, and
Right.
I'm a DC person. I have
Hey.
nothing against Marvel.
I got
There
my
you go.
right there, buddy.
I just lean towards DC, but
It's darker. I prefer DC over Marvel. It's just darker.
Oh, when we were just doing that video that he's working on right now, I was proudly rocking a Cyborg Superman t-shirt.
hell
Fuck
yeah.
So I'm presuming the new Superman movie is good.
It's great. I honestly, it's probably the best.
Is it? The question I've got is it dark?
No, not at all. Well, there's moments. I mean, it's kind of like the best way to describe it is: did you grow up at all watching like Justice League Unlimited or Superman
cool.
series? It's a live action version of that.
Oh, okay.
Hard sci-fi. It's if you do you guys like James Gunn movies? Do you like Guardians of the Galaxy and Baker and Suicide Squad? If you like that, it's that humor mixed in, but it's not like it's relying on the humor. It really is more of a movie about like hope and heart, but at the same time, it's nonstop action. It's very Superman focused, and it's a good time. Like you sit there and you smile, and like if you go in there and you leave Snyderverse at the door, and you come in and you just want to be like, you want to feel like a kid for a little while. The world is such a fucked up place, and all you want to do is just try to relive your childhood. This is what that is. It's a cartoon come to life. It's a comic book come to life. They execute perfectly.
I love it.
And that's what I was going to say is when people ask me my opinions of them, I'll give my opinion, but I'm not one of those that, well, in the comic book, his fingernails were blue, and in this, it was yellow, so it sucked. I'm like, I go for the entertainment value of it. And I just feel if you can't go for the entertainment value of it, just stay at home and bitch about it.
Dude, we had a show on last Saturday, and I had like 4 hours to kill before sound check. And I was like, I'll go see it again. I saw it twice in the same week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's because I just wanted that feeling again.
Yep.
And
I love it.
I'll say this. I love the Snyder movies. I think the Snyder movie, for what they are fantastic. I think Henry Cavill was a great Superman. Like you could not have picked a better guy to pull off the page.
Right.
I don't feel that he captured the essence of Superman. He showed how powerful Superman can be.
I was going to say he showed the strength side of Superman, but he didn't show that personal side.
No.
This guy has the vulnerability, and I like that. He has the charisma. He's got the charm. He's got the personality, and they let Superman actually have a personality, which I think is fantastic about this movie.
So it's true to comics and shit like that, which is.
He's a squirrel in the movie. That's about to be stepped on by a kaiju. I mean, that's the most Superman shit of all time.
Right.
I love it.
So-
Well, that's me going to watch it.
So before we get into, I chose the video that we were going to play tonight.
Okay.
And before we usually get into the video, we ask you guys, and it's a Jared thing. Jared's not with us tonight, but it's tell us everything or tell us nothing about the song. But the one we're going to play is Numb.
Oh, cool. Good choice.
That's the song that hooked me on you guys.
I love that. Numb was kind of written in a really weird time. So we wrote it about 2 years ago. We had met this. We had this manager at the time, and he connected us to this songwriter. His name is Alex Ash. He's one of my really good friends. We didn't know what to expect. Him and I, he kind of seemed like kind of a weirdo on the phone, but I was like, my gut tells me go do it. So I'm just going to go do it. And over time, him and I just grew into like this great like friendship. And so I went out there. We flew out to Ohio to go work with him. And it was the first song that we had worked on. And he, I had gone out to Ohio. It was at his like home studio. And I don't know, I had like, I don't know if you've ever been to Ohio, but Ohio is, no offense to anybody in the chat that's from Ohio, but Ohio is a depressing looking place.
If I've been to Ohio, I've slept through it. So
yeah.
Here we are. I dragged my whole crew out to Ohio, and they're all trusting me. And I just hit this like fucking low, like feeling. And, he presented these two songs to me right at the gate. And I said, something about this one's talking to me. And so I was like, all right, let me sit with this for a minute. And then it just started coming and coming and coming. I was just taking exactly what I was feeling in that moment. And I started developing a new way to kind of write melodies and lyrics. And what I would do is I would take the song, I would distance myself from everybody, and I would just walk around, and I would kind of start moving with the song and say to myself, like, okay, what's the verse trying to tell me? What's this song about? And then I would just start kind of hitting into it. And I fell into a groove with that one. And I just took like my depression and my anxiety and my stress and everything that I was feeling in that very moment in time and just put it right into that song. And then, flash forward, we end up in LA working with this producer, Matt Malpass, who's worked with like Machine Gun Kelly, Blink-182, because we kind of wanted to experiment a little more, like our songs in the past always had like kind of a pop punky-ish chorus.
Right.
We wanted to lean, sorry, I'm choking on nuts. We wanted to lean a little more into the rock, lean a little more into the pop punk, lean more into like the stuff I grew up on. And so, Matt helped us to bring that to life. And then it came time to, do a music video, flash forward even further. And, we were just going to release a lyric video and just call it a day. But my best friend, John, who was a groomsman at my wedding, he did like all of our early music videos, and him and I haven't done a music video in a long time together. And it's not because we haven't wanted to work together. It's because like a John music video, like he shoots music videos for like 3 Days Grace, Skillet. He just did Dropkick Murphys, so he does like, he's used to like real budgets, and
right.
We've got 1,200 or 1,500 to spend. And he's like, I don't know what to do with that. And I'm like, okay, I'll figure it out. It's usually like having to hunt down locations and do all this stuff. And like, we got to get like insurance and all this other stuff. Long story short, we're having dinner one night and I was like, man, are you bored? I'm bored. You want to just do something creative and fun? Like, let's challenge ourselves. Let's have like nothing and make something out of it. I'll find us a dope place. So one of my clients who actually loaned us the office setting that we used for the music video Sell Your Soul. I hit him up because he's one of my clients. I'm a barber. And so I was asking him, hey, do you think I could use your house? Because he's got this gorgeous house out in Southwest Ranches. And so he said, okay. I arranged everything with him and his wife. And John hit up one of our collaborators, a guy named Andrew Colton, who loaned us all the lights. And we just showed up with nothing, and we made the video for Numb. And John was like, I think I'm going to set you on fire. I was like, can you do that? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I got these After Effects. He's like, they look really cool. He's like, I never get to use them. And I'm like, all right. And then
I love it.
Just piece by piece, we put that together. And I it's one of those things, like normally I include the band in music videos, but this one felt like it needed to be isolated. It needed to be alone. It really needed to play into that almost dual personality, like disassociating from reality kind of feel.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I hope everybody was listening to that, because when you see the video and how it got created, you're going to be amazed. So here is Werewolves. It's Numb, and you're watching the sound.
Take a pill a day to make it go away. All these voices in my head have cursed me again. Throw salt to these wounds. I'm starting to go numb. What have I become? This disassociating spell. It drags me through hell. The past I can't erase, or seem to find my place. Is this all inside my head? I am walking. No matter what I do, I still feel numb. No matter what I do, I still feel numb. No matter what I do, I still feel numb. No matter what I do, I still feel numb. again. The darkness creeping in, I'm suffocating through it all. Now hope begins to fall. Help me get a grip before it's hard to swim. I'm drowning the pain, I'm going insane, and if all I see is red, I'm medicating the ends. Help me get a grip before I start to slow. I'm starting to go numb. What have I become? This is associating spell. It drags me through hell. The past I can't erase. Who seem to find my place? Is this all inside my head? I am walking I'm starting to go numb. What have I become? This is associating spell. It drags me through. No matter what I do, I still feel numb. No matter what I do, I still feel numb. No matter what I do, I still feel numb. No matter what I do, I still feel numb.
All right, there you go. Give me just 1 second. I will unmute both of you. I had to unmute myself first to make sure I could talk. So
Right.
great.
Now-
tune. I absolutely love that damn song.
Actually, rewatching that just reminded me how much I was shitting bricks while I had that snake on me.
I was gonna ask because I've held snakes before, but I've never like been any lengthy time with one around my neck or anything like that.
It's funny. So Greg's family owns like 2 like pythons, and so
Nice.
that was the least temperamental one, but still temperamental.
Right?
And when he first took it out of its terrarium, I guess it's terrarium.
Yeah.
When he first took it out, it like hissed, and I was like, "This is not going to go well." And I've had that snake on me before, for like a photo shoot. I wanted to like be Alice. I wanted to like channel Alice Cooper, and the entire time it would wrap itself around my neck, and then it would just start going up my face during photos, and it would just be like up here, and I'm just standing there like, trying to hold it together and try to look cool, but I just look like I'm containing terror.
Right?
Just
awesome.
I had to do like a performance with it around my neck, and like I had to be completely still and like focused, and I'm like fierce sweating.
just the complete thought of I'm about to die off your face.
You never know. It's not like it's poisonous, but that doesn't mean that like getting bit in the face is not going to suck.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I just
Fuck
my
that.
mom was deathly afraid of snakes. We used to live when I was growing up. We were in Arizona, so of course there was heavy rattlesnakes, and she walked out with my dad, and there was a rattlesnake in the driveway, and she ran right back in the house and locked my dad out. And he
Nope.
was there with the
Wow.
rattlesnake.
Wow.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. But yeah, no, AJ, I'm going to be honest. Kevin sent you guys to the sound chat a while back and said to us, "Oh, I want to get them on the podcast." So I purposely didn't go and check you out until tonight.
Cool.
That's the first time I've listened to that song, and I am very fucking impressed.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I think if you dive more in, depending on.
Oh, you're getting a deep dive. You're definitely getting a deep dive.
Awesome. What would you say is your primary genre?
Metalcore.
Okay, so you'll probably like our album Evil Things. Evil Things is it's a metalcore forward album. It's not your traditional metalcore because we've always tried to mix in like our love of like slight hair metal and like big riffs. But the album itself is it's based on Dante's Inferno. So as you're going through that album, each song is a different layer of hell, both sonically
Nice.
and lyrically. So
But yeah, when I get time, I'm going to give you a deep dive. It takes me a while to deep dive a band because I listen to so much fucking music. It's crazy, but yeah, when I get a chance, I'm going to definitely go down that rabbit hole.
I hope you.
And Kevin, that's getting put into new this week, by the way.
Hell yeah.
No. The new single's getting put into new this week.
Oh, we got a new single.
Yeah, coming out this Friday.
The new single drops on Friday. It's called Scrapbook, and it will actually we this is our first time doing like a waterfall release. So on the release itself, it has Manipulator and Numb attached to it.
Okay. Nice. I know you got content you're doing and all that. So when you guys started out, other stuff that I've seen, you guys did a lot of covers.
Oh yeah, we still do a lot of covers. We actually have another one coming out, I believe, in August.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I'm very excited for it because no one's going to see it coming.
Nice. So if anybody's trying to find Werewolves on social medias or website, how do they find you guys?
Well, I mean, we're very active on Instagram.
Okay.
All of our handles are the same. It's the normal way you spell werewolves. So werewolves_FL.
And Anne Marie is in here in the chat, throwing the links in there as we're talking. So
hey, there we go.
All right. So what's up next? I mean, you got the single coming out. You got any shows coming up or?
Yeah. So we've got like a bunch of shows that haven't been announced yet. Our next one is in Orlando on the, what is that? You know, it's like I should know all these dates off the top of my head. But I don't, because I'm terrible with that. I have to have everything in my phone and organize it that way.
We have another partner that's on the show. Her name's Lisa.
Right.
That's why we have a Lisa.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
She'll fit out
like,
everything we got going on. We won't have a clue.
Yeah.
we
I don't have that. I have an iPhone.
No.
Everything's in there.
no.
Yep.
What
Well,
were you going to say?
we both work in the industry with bands, so we both know fucking the chaos that it is working behind the scene.
No, I live in my phone. Like I have to keep everything organized. My notes section of my phone is ridiculous because I have severe ADHD. So if something comes to me, I immediately have to write. It's the same thing with like vocals. Like if you go in my voice notes, it's just all melodies. Oh, we lost him.
I don't know where he went.
Yeah. So it's just streams of melodies. Just every time I think of something, I have to record it or it's gone forever.
All right, I get that 100%.
So that next show is at the Abbey in Orlando on September 12th. And then we have a couple Halloween shows that haven't been announced yet. And then in January on the 21st, we are playing with August Burns Red.
Nice.
At the Culture Room. Yeah, right before they set sail on the Emo's Not Dead cruise, they're doing like a special engagement kind of show. We did the one with them last year, and it was really, really well. They're really good dudes.
So I guess my next question is have you ever been to Biloxi, Mississippi?
I have not. I have not had the pleasure. Although my parents used to have a home out in South Haven. I don't know how far that is, but South Haven was beautiful.
Well, I will tell you this. You and I need to talk a little more because we do our own concert promotions. We just did one with 12 Stones this week. We got 4 more concerts we're putting on this year, and then I'm already starting to build the 2026 schedule. And I want to get you guys up here for one of those shows.
Hell yeah. I haven't heard the name 12 Stones in a minute. That's a good band.
Oh yeah. They literally, we had them Saturday night. They're doing a lot of the festival dates this year. And so we kind of, the active rock station I work for was the station that broke them originally.
Oh, that's cool.
So they came back and kind of like coming home show before they go out on the road and do all these festival dates and all that. So it was fun. Now, no, definitely want to get you guys up into our area and love to introduce you guys live to some of our fans.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If my mind serves me correctly, the singer from 12 Stones is featured on Evanescence.
Bring me to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won a Grammy for that.
It's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah,
so
nice, man. Send us a message with your email and we'll hook up and talk.
I got the email. I already got it.
You got the email, have you?
Got it. We will make some things happen come 2026. At least to get you up here.
Yeah, I would love that. I mean, we're actively trying to play outside of Florida. We've just been trapped in Florida forever, but you know, it's one of those things. It's a 7-hour state, so there's plenty of places to play. It's just getting out of it is a nightmare.
Yeah, no, we'll make it happen.
I'm not gonna boast or anything, but I was part of the ones helping Nonpoint get out of Florida the first time.
Oh, really?
I was part of the Creed getting out of Florida the first time.
Oh, really?
And part of Kingdom Collapse getting out of Texas for the first time. So
maybe you'll be our savior and
let's
get that.
We'll make it happen. We'll
make it happen, man.
I'll Kevin, send me that email, and then I'll send them a list of like what else we can do for them with like magazine premieres and shit like that. And if they know,
so we have our own digital magazine.
Oh, sick.
Yep.
We have our small market radio chart radio station. This podcast, because what we'll do is we'll take the audio off of this and make an audio podcast that you can listen through Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that kind of stuff. We have our own mobile app where we can feature a band in the mobile app and things like that. So
yeah, and if you've got a song dropping or whatever, we can like premiere that song the day before it fucking drops for an all-day premiere and shit like that. Music videos we can prem on here.
Let me ask you a question. When you do one of those all-day premieres, like how does that work? Do I just have to send you like an MP3?
Yep, MP3 and artwork, and then I'll just give me the go ahead, and then I'll just tell the guys it's happening, and then we'll just load it in the station, and it'll play all day the day before release.
Hey, if you guys want to,
and we'll heavy we promote heavy on socials when we do shit like that as well to talk about the track. So that's why we have Elisa.
Yeah, we have Elisa. Well, I mean, it's premiering Friday. It's dropping on Friday, so if you guys want to premiere it tomorrow, I'll send you all the stuff.
Matt,
yeah. Can we get it in? Can we get it in? It can't.
I can get it in. We just have to reschedule the day, but I can get it in there.
Okay, we need it as soon as you get off of here.
I will send it to you soon. You want it emailed?
Yeah. So that email the email address I sent you the link to the show tonight.
Yep.
Just send it to that email, and I'll get it in, and I'll
it
forward
just means
it to him,
that,
and he'll do all that. He'll do the rest.
It just means at least I'll have to post about it tomorrow for it playing all day.
But yeah, we'll get it in there, and I'll get it scheduled, and it'll play about 12 times tomorrow.
Are you going to email them so you can send it you? So he's got your email.
Yeah, he's got my email.
Are you going to make the artwork graphic, or do you need me to do it?
I'll send it to you. I'll forward it to you.
I'm not trying to dump extra work on you.
No. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Seriously, this is what I'm over here. You can probably tell from my accent.
It's Lisa just said, "Glad I'm listening too."
Yeah.
It's partially on me because I didn't realize y'all were releasing a single at this time. Because if I would have known that, I'd have probably asked you about premiering it since you were going to be on the show anyways.
I mean, so, I could literally right now send you the lyric video.
Go ahead.
Do it. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it live.
I'll tell you right now, if you love the Good Charlotte cover, I think you'll like this because this is our first time doing like.
Yeah, we'll just chat bollocks for another fucking 5 minutes while Kevin fucks about and loads it in.
Definitely, like I'm just chilling. Like I said,
I got time for that.
Yeah. Let me grab this, and then you want me to shoot it to that email?
Yes, sir.
1 second. The sound.
This is how we roll live, people. This is what happens when me and Kevin we don't have Elisa on board. We get carried away.
We are literally doing this right this moment. This is happening in real time.
This is what we love, though. This is the biggest exclusive. You know, fuck it. Let's play it now.
So everybody that's watching, share it out right now and tell them to listen to this new song.
Think you should. Hold on. It's almost sent. Yes, you should be. It should be in your inbox right now. Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, we're gonna play the new song, Chris.
Woo!
Why not? It's what we do.
80 times.
Yeah, he didn't just listen to it 80 times. Well, while videoing me on the floor covered in photos.
That's the trouble when you're making content, isn't it?
It is.
So you gotta listen to the same repetitive stuff when you know, especially when you're cutting it up and shit.
Oh, nobody knows our songs better than Chris. I don't even know them as well as Chris does at this point. That is true. When he's not editing, he's listening to country.
So let me ask you this while Kevin's sorting that out. So you were saying, you know, you gravitate a lot towards the horror and the comics and stuff like that. Do you take a lot of inspiration from like stuff you love like that into like your music style and stuff as well?
100%. I'd say like in the beginning when we first started coming out, like if you go back, like, you know, during your deep dive and you go to our YouTube channel, if you go all the way back, I used to really push that heavy. Like we got a music video for our cover of Atreyu, and we did Right Side of the Bed, and you know that whole album is themed with vampires, right? So I wanted to like take my love of like 80s and 90s vampire movies and like interject that in there. So like there's some Lost Boys references in there. There's some Buffy the Vampire Slayer references in there. There's some Blade references in there. Like there's all kinds of stuff just mashed in there. My best friend's a vampire. There's some of that in there. And, you know, I've always just tried to like work that in. Like we got a couple music videos that are slasher themed. You know, it's one of those things like when a band like Ice Nine Kills comes out, or like, you know, like Emotionless in White, I kind of like got a little bit of an identity crisis and kind of like pulled back a little bit. So it's something that I really want to start leaning more into going forward, because I kind of miss being fully immersed in something and, you know, creating something that I want to watch and not care what other people want to watch or how their attention spans are. I remember we did and this is one of the ones I want you to check out. We made like a 9-minute short film for Sell Your Soul. And the beginning, when we went into making that, I wanted to make a Mel Brooks style parody. So we did basically a Mel Brooks style parody of Wolf of Wall Street, where I play like a demon who runs an office where we're buying and trading souls. And so I have like a devil prosthetic on my face. And it's literally, we did some of the scenes shot by shot for Wolf of Wall Street. It even ends with an infomercial recruiting people for the office to come work for us or to come trade their souls. And it ends at like the airport with these guards like holding me down from getting off a private jet. Like it's insane what we ended up pulling off. And we were able to create that music video. Like it looks like we spent like $50,000 on it. And we did it for like $2,000. And it's literally just all of my barbershop clients. Like, so, you know, some of them have exotic cars because I work in Boca Raton. So like you're around a lot of rich people, office people. So all my rich office, you know, guys, I was just like, hey, could I use this for a music video? And it's like, everybody wants to be in a metal.
Yeah, of course. So, you know, you are. So they're going to be like, you know what? I want that's my car in that music video.
Yeah. You know, could I borrow your house? Could I borrow your office? Oh, hey, you have a friend who works at the airport. You think he'd let us shoot at the airport? Yeah.
But this one thing that's great is like with the music side of it is being creative. But when you can get creative with the things that you love, like the dark horror and stuff like that, it's fucking, you can just have fun with it, can't you? And get so creative.
Well, the thing about the horror is like, I've as much as I love horror, I've always loved horror comedy. You know, I love marrying the two together. I love the way that like 1 minute you're laughing, the next minute you're absolutely terrified. And I like that balancing game back and forth. So our horror has always had comedy in it. And I think it makes for a more pleasurable watch. You know, like you watch something like our music video for Wasteland. That one's a straight up slasher. That one's a lot of fun. Or you, like I said, you watch like something like the Atreyu cover, and then you get like all these little nuggets of joy, I like to say.
Well, I have the video ready if you guys are ready.
Well, we're ready to roll.
All right, here is the latest from Werewolves. It comes out Friday. You're seeing the lyric video for the first time. I hope you told your friends to tune in. Here's Scrapbook on the sound.
Deep in the darkness, I find myself. Ego on my shoulders got me down. Lost the scrapbook that I found. This gets paralyzing. Fighting to turn off my monologue. My head can get so confusing. Wish both sides could get along, but one of them's always abusive. I wish I could let go and throw it all away. 'Cause I hate who this makes me, dragging everywhere I go. It's time to throw it all away. problems instead of aiming it back towards others. Forgiveness starts with admitting truths, to see between the gratitudes and platitudes is all about your attitude. Only you are mad at you, it's sad but true, so just battle through. I wish I could let go and throw it all away, 'cause I hate who this makes me, drag it everywhere I go. It's time to throw it all away. Internal dialogue, the fear that holds you back, sense of community seems like it never lasts. What I've been looking for, it's in myself at last. I found immunity, accepting my own path. I finally let it go. I threw it all away, 'cause I hate who this makes me, drag it everywhere I go. It's time to throw it all away. It's time to throw it all away.
Fucking killer.
I try to keep my ego in check as much as possible, but everybody that loves that song, you're fucking welcome.
Yeah, that's killer.
Thank you. Yeah, I was I'm a little nervous just because it's such a departure. You know, it's like our it's like all of our choruses just rolled into one kind of song. So but it's cool. It's therapeutic. Like when it comes out Friday, I'm just gonna be relieved to just have it out.
So I will tell you, just listening to it, A Day to Remember just released All My Friends.
Yeah.
And I got that kind of feeling from it. The kind of All My Friends type of feeling listening to that. I was sitting here just.
Yeah, I was
I'm
nodding
just
away.
having fun.
Just
I mean, that was
good.
it.
Just feel good, man.
Yeah,
Love
I mean, with that's why we knew it had to be like we've been talking about it for a long time because we knew it'd be like the fourth one that we put out this year, and we knew automatically it was a summer song. You know, it just had
and
fun and fun kind of vibe.
You mentioned something earlier about the Superman, and you just wanted to feel that nostalgia of being like that track. Just took me back to like when I was 15.
That's
like
awesome.
the good times back then. Like, you know, that's the sort of vibe I got. It's good.
Well, you know, it's one of those things. I always have a love-hate with this song, and that's you know, the youthful young me loves that kind of sound, but also like the jaded musician in me is like, you know, it's not heavy. You know, we used to be a metalcore band, and now we're like a pop punk band, and it's you know, those two are always constantly at war. So I have days where I'm like, and then I have other days where I'm like, I fucking love this song. I just love the way it makes me feel.
Yeah, definitely. And like for me, it's if I was at a show, I'd be like feeling like I was back then and fucking end up getting in the pit and getting injured, and 2 days later going, fuck it, yes, it was worth it.
I think that's the idea of it, is just like it's an opportunity to just kind of like relive a better time, you know? I mean, and it's also like an emotionally kind of heavy song. It, you know, deals with, you know, letting go of your baggage, you know, not letting your past define who you are, really keeping an eye on the company that you keep, and, you know, accepting that people grow apart, and, you know, just, it's one of those kind of songs. I hope like in the new stuff that we're putting out that people can like learn from it, that, you know, I'm trying to put like life lessons into our music, like personal life lessons of like stuff that it's funny. You know, I've been in therapy now like 9 months, and we're always talking about this kind of stuff. And it's like, I wrote those songs like 2 years ago, and it's almost like my subconscious was trying to write anthems for me to like better myself. If that makes any sense?
Yeah, no, it does, because it's like when you're a fan listening to music and you resonate with something, and you know, you realize that you're not the only one out there that's going through that, or and you can be better. It's fucking great writing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you get that feeling of, oh, I can actually do, you know, I can be better than this.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's resonating with those tracks that, you know, there's bands out there, mate, that saved my life.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's you know, you feel, I don't know. I always found that, you know, it's hard for me to say certain things, and it's just so much easier for me to just go write a song about it. Like all of our old stuff, like when you hear like an angry song, I was legit pissed off at somebody and I wanted to put that somewhere because I needed to get that out of me. And so I would go and just book studio time and then just fucking go write a song like that. Or, you know, now I'm in this exploring kind of time in my life where I'm trying to like shed a lot of negativity and like, you know, trying to work on myself. But the only way to work on yourself is to kind of purge yourself of these things. So I only see the stuff going forward to be more and more like vulnerable and, you know, stress relieving and a place for me to put all of this. Not to say that they're going to be sad songs. They're definitely going to be, you know, all over the map between somewhere like Numb and somewhere.
It doesn't matter what that's where great writing comes from. It doesn't matter what mood or energy that you're putting into a song, you're putting that emotion into it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where great writing, songwriting comes from, because you're putting your heart and soul into that, and the listeners resonate with it in different ways. It could be a different way to what you're writing the meaning of, and that's what the great thing about this fucking community is.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love when people come up to me and tell me what that song mean to them. It's like the coolest thing ever. Like for example, we just put out this song last month. It's called On My Own, and it was one of the songs that we wrote out in Ohio. And I remember we were sitting in the living room and my guitar player and Alex were like noodling around on tones, right? And one has an acoustic in his hand and the other one has his like electric in his hand, right? And they're playing around with this like what ended up becoming the verse of the song. So they're like just noodling, and I pop my head and I go, yo, what is that? And they're like, we're just like playing with the Pertucci plugin. And I'm like, keep going with that. And I just heard that melody, it's the way I feel when I'm alone. I just kept hearing that over and over. And I'm like, that's something. Keep developing that. Next thing you know, an hour later, we have the full song. You know,
Wow.
Chorus is missing. I go to the bathroom. All of a sudden, the chorus fucking hits me. I run in the room. I sing it to everybody. And then they're like, holy shit. I'm like, can you sing that back? And they all sang it back. And so there we are in the living room. Everybody, we're playing acoustic guitar and we're all singing the chorus of the song. And I'm like, yep, this is the one. Let's nail that. And it's funny because we released that, you know, I wrote that song for my wife, and, you know, I didn't really think much about what it would mean to other people. I just, you know, I was feeling sad because I was away from her for like a week. And I wanted to put that into a song. And, you know, it's out. And our bass player's dad actually like invested in us to go out to the LA. And I never really understood. He was always like, you got to write more songs like that one, like the ballad. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, sure. And then the more and more I thought about it, it dawned on me one day, like after it had been released, because he started like kind of getting emotional about it. And I'm like, oh my God. Like it reminds him of his wife that died.
Wow.
And I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like looking at the lyrics and I'm like, wow, this song is about, you know, for him, it's about losing the person that he loved and just having to cope with being, you know, here on earth without her. And I'm like, fuck, that's crazy.
Wow.
So you never know how these songs are going to translate.
No.
And keep in mind, this is a guy who's from Colombia. And, you know, he doesn't really listen to our kind of music. I mean, like, we all agree on certain stuff. Like, we agree on Ozzy. We agree on Metallica. You know, we have these bands that, like, together we can talk about. But, like, for the most part, he doesn't really listen to, like, the stuff that we listen to. You know, it's noise to him. But to be able to write a song that guy loves and loves so much that he invested in the development of it, and sent us off to California to go produce this song is insane.
Yeah,
you know?
It's crazy. It's
Absolutely.
certain things affect you in this industry like that, and it's, you know, that one song, you clearly resonated with it.
Yeah, it's beautiful when that happens. Like when anybody comes to me, like something like I've had girls at shows tell me that Manipulator, you know, gives them, you know, makes them feel better about like their relationship that ended. And I'm like, it's not what I wrote it about, but I mean, here you go. That's awesome. If that's helping you, then here you go. I love that. I love that connection that we all can be connected through this ether and through the resonance of these words. It's insane. You know, it's like look at the world right now with Ozzy. I had a guy at the gym today. I was working out in a different Ozzy shirt.
Yeah.
This dude I'd never met before just walked up to me, you know, gave me dap, and him and I both looked at each other and we were just like, you know, never met this guy a day in my life, but we're connected by the fact that we're Ozzy Osbourne fans.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that I saw you wearing that when you came on the screen, and I was like, damn, that's because this is hitting everyone hard, man.
Dude, I'm not even gonna try to play like a cool guy. Like I literally was in bed last night, like hysterically crying. I haven't gotten hit this hard with the passing of celebrity since like Robin Williams. Robin Williams fucking wrecked me. And Ozzy hit just as hard because I never realized like he's always been in my life, you know, through everything I've had Ozzy. And to lose somebody like Ozzy Osbourne the world just seems a little darker. And I feel like we need songs like Scrapbook, need movies, Superman.
The thing is, like, in this industry, in the rock and metal scene, like everyone in this industry is generally doing what they're doing because of Ozzy Osbourne.
100%.
You know,
we owe everything to Ozzy. Everybody in this rock scene owes it to that man. That man has been to hell and back and has always persevered. And, you know, Sharon has done a great job of like, you know, keeping him in line.
at least trying to.
I told somebody today that if there's anybody that ever lived every moment of their life as fast and as hard as they could, it was Ozzy.
Yeah.
And you can't.
He lived his life like there was no tomorrow.
No, he wasn't concerned. He was only concerned about the moment. That was somebody who really like lived in the moment, you know, came from nothing, created a new genre of music, and then just kept evolving that genre of music. I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite album of Ozzy because there's just so much to
I had somebody ask me today, name your favorite Ozzy song. I'm like, good God.
Gee, where'd you start, man?
I ultimately went with Bark at the Moon. But I mean, Jesus. I don't even know where to start. So many.
I can tell you, like I love the early work, obviously. You know, you're Crazy Train and whatnot.
Yeah.
But for me, the album that hits the closest to home is like No More Tears. Like I can listen to No More Tears over and over and over again. That album is a masterpiece. And it was around the first time he made that album when he was, you know, he had just gotten like fully sober and he was working out constantly. And his voice was just in this perfect place, and the songwriting and the caliber of music on there is incredible. I mean, look at the last song that he sang and closing that giant show. You know, he chose to sing Mama, I'm Coming Home. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful songs.
And you go back and you watch that video over again, and it's just it's heartbreaking.
Yeah. But I mean, it's one of those things you could not have nobody in Hollywood could write a better biography or a biopic than that man has lived. That movie should write itself.
I was going to say, I don't see it taking too long before there.
Oh no, not at all. It's going to be
a major film Ozzy Osbourne movie.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah. And I'll tell you this right now, if they don't call it Diary of a Madman, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
I agree with that.
He was off his
tree 100%.
A legend.
Well, AJ, I appreciate you hanging out with us. Thank you for the new song, Matt. I sent you the artwork. I've already got it into the station. It plays the first time at 12:51 tonight.
Okay, Lisa, you need to post it tomorrow. I know you're listening while you're driving because you're trying to keep us in check still, even though you're not here.
Oh, I also sent you everything.
Oh no, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll get as soon as we get off here. I'll get that made up and sent to the chat.
Cool. Well, AJ,
thank you so much.
Appreciate it, man.
Anything we can do for you guys, just let us know.
Yeah.
You got our email now.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for supporting us, and thank you guys for just being cool dudes and fun to talk to. I hope we get to do this again. I would love to jump on here.
You just
Yeah, man.
you just let me know when, and we'll make it happen.
Awesome. Beautiful.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good
Cheers,
night.
AJ.
Have a great one, guys. Later.
I win.
What?
I called that.
Just look. Do you want your head to fit through the door? gotta make that fucking graphic
Lisa
now.
says she's home in 15 minutes.
Okay.
So, but good show. Great dude, man.
Yeah, that was a great conversation. Actually, I learned a lot about where I'm definitely going to give him a deep dive. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely do that. And I know Ann said she was going to as well.
Yeah.
And get on their YouTube channel, watch those videos. I mean, they're like he was saying, not a big budget, but the videos look like it was a big budget. So
Yeah. It's no, it's killer stuff, man. And that's
All
what we're
right.
about.
Well, we are.
What we got, Kevin? What we got?
Let's see. Oh my God, I'm about to die here. So winning by 4 votes. and
Ooh.
heading into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Dark
is
Remedy.
Dark Remedy and In the Wind. So
Nice.
they'll be heading into the Grudge Match Hall of Fame.
Do we know
And
who's
I actually had the bands picked out for the next Grudge Match, and because it's going to be August 6th, we got the band Limberlost that's going to be on the show. They're coming to
do
Biloxi.
indeed.
We're going to have tickets to give away to their show in Biloxi, and we are going to be putting Disaster Theory up against, who did I decide? Oh,
I don't know.
The Absent.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Jared,
Lisa, did you hear that?
Somebody's asking where Jared's at. So Jared, unfortunately, could not be with us tonight. He is cleaning his wife's car or something. She's got him doing something tonight. So, and you know, when Heather cracks that whip, Jared's
Yes.
so is what it is. But we will talk to you guys August 6th. Go get your tickets for the suicide prevention show at thesound228.com. Huh? Oh, did you say do it?
Save the dates as well.
Yep. Save the dates, October 10th, November 8th. I won't go past that, but there is another date. So just be ready. Here we go. See ya. I think I'm going to do the right one. Hold on. Am I going to do the right one?